was about 7 years ago that Jesus rescued me. I'd come to a point in my life where I felt very trapped. There was a lot of stuff in my childhood that made me feel unloved and unwanted, and then the enemy had used that to trick me over the years into more and more compromise, more and more sinfulness, and so by the time Jesus came along, I was in a place where I felt completely trapped, completely powerless. Like I felt so much pain, so much loneliness that I would just latch on to various things to sort of to deal with the pain, to deal with the thing, and it would never actually bring healing to those points of emotional brokenness. I found that alcohol didn't take away the pain. I found that men weren't an answer either. They were usually in it for to meet their own needs rather than meet mine. I still felt hurt, I still felt alone, and I felt there was not really much point in life anymore. And I just felt I had no hope, and I just felt completely, I was like being in a dark room, wrapped up in chains and no way of escape. Around the time, just before I was saved, I left my first husband because I thought he was the problem. And that's the point at which Jesus came after me. Like I was not searching for God, I was searching for pleasure, I was searching for significance, I was searching for love. But I was visiting some Christian friends and sort of talked about some of the things that have been happening in my life. And Jeff said to me, where's God for you in all of that? And I was like, I really got way too much on my plate right at the moment to have a spiritual crisis. You know, let me fix my life, let me rebuild my life, and then I'll find a nice, neat little box for God to live in. I think the other couple that were really pivotal for me in conversion was my ex-husband's sister and her husband. They chose not to take sides in the breakup, and they chose to remain friends with both of us, even though they knew exactly how badly we'd both sinned against each other. And it gave me a picture of grace that I couldn't understand. It blew my mind. And so that experience, and then when Jeff challenged me that night, it all kind of added up to, yeah, okay, maybe this Jesus thing, maybe that is the way. Because that was the kind of love I was looking for. I was looking for the kind of love that said, I love you for who you are, regardless of what you've done or whether you please me. I love you for like who you are in your essence. So that has been what I was looking for, and that's the kind of love that I think you can only really receive from God. And then my life started to change in response to that love, and things that had motivated me in the past were no longer motivators, and things that I wanted in the past changed because I now had a lasting answer to the question of am I loved. I've remarried, and that's been an amazing thing of grace from my perspective. I wake up every morning next to my husband and just I can't believe that he's there and that he's such a good Christian man, and it's sort of like so far beyond what I deserve. He's a living testament every day that God loves me. He loves me beyond what I do. He sees my emotional needs, and he knows what he knew that I needed James. He knew that I needed that emotional support, that I couldn't be alone. And it has been this like fundamental shift from living in a kingdom of darkness to living in a kingdom of light, where there is hope and there's possibility, where I'm free, where I wasn't free.